Once upon a time, in a quiet village beside a vast green forest, lived two siblings named Lina and Milo. Lina was 8 years old. She was calm, thoughtful, and loved stories and stars. Her younger brother Milo was 6. He was full of energy, curious about everything, and asked more questions than anyone else in the village. One bright morning, their mother took them on a picnic near the forest. They laid a big blanket under a tall tree and opened their basket filled with warm bread, sweet fruit, and cool lemonade. After they finished eating, Lina and Milo asked their mother if they could explore the forest for a little while. "Don't go too far," she said. "We won't," Lina replied with a smile. The two children held hands and walked into the forest. They followed a butterfly, listened to the birds, and picked colorful leaves. But after a while, everything around them started to look the same. "Lina, where are we?" Milo asked nervously. Lina looked around. The trees seemed taller, and the sky looked farther away. "I think we're lost," she said softly. The children continued walking until they reached a large rock in a clearing. Sitting on it was a strong and majestic lion. "Hello," Lina said, trying to sound brave. "I am Leo," said the lion. "To move forward, you must face what scares you the most." He pointed toward a dark cave in the distance. "That cave looks scary," Milo whispered. "Courage," Leo said, "means moving forward even when you're afraid." Lina held Milo's hand. "Let's go together," she said. They walked into the cave. It was dark and silent, but they kept moving. Soon, they saw a light ahead and stepped out into the sunshine. "Well done," Leo said proudly. "Now follow the path to the south." Next, the children came to a narrow trail where a clever-looking fox was sitting. His tail curled around his paws, and he had a playful look in his eyes. "To pass this path," the fox said, "you must answer my riddle." He asked, "I sleep during the day and shine at night. I have no light of my own, but still, I glow. What am I?" Lina thought carefully. Milo looked up at the sky. "The moon." Lina finally said, "Correct," the fox smiled. "You may continue." He pointed to a trail that led toward a small lake. As they followed the trail, Lina and Milo arrived at a quiet lake. The water was so still, it looked like glass. On a large stone beside the lake stood a beautiful bird with shimmering feathers in every color of the rainbow. "Hello," the bird said in a calm, kind voice. "My name is Myra. I help travelers see clearly, not just the path ahead, but also what's inside their hearts." Lina and Milo looked at each other, a little confused. "What do you mean?" asked Milo. Myra opened her wings and 2 small pools of water appeared in front of them. "These are not just reflections," Myra explained. "They show you who you really are." Lina looked into hers and saw herself helping Milo, being patient and brave. But she also saw her worries, how sometimes she didn't believe in herself. Milo looked into his and saw how excited and curious he was. But he also saw how he sometimes rushed ahead without thinking. "You both have strong hearts," said Myra. "It's okay to have fears or make mistakes. What matters is that you keep learning and caring." Lina smiled. Milo nodded quietly. "Now you're ready for the next part of your journey," said Myra. She pointed to a golden path made of light that appeared beside the lake. Soon, the children reached a sunny meadow with a small vegetable garden. A soft, fluffy rabbit sat in the middle, nibbling on a carrot. "Hello," he said. "I'm Remy. Before you leave the forest, I need to see if you know how to share." He placed a single carrot in front of them. Milo quickly reached out, but Lina did too. Then they paused and looked at each other. "We can split it," Lina said. "I'll take 1/2, and you take the other," Milo added with a laugh. "Perfect answer," Remy said. He tapped the ground with his paw. A small tree grew instantly, and at its top, a glowing door of light appeared. Lina and Milo stepped through the door together. In an instant, they were back on their picnic blanket. Their mother stood nearby, calling their names. "There you are," she said, rushing to hug them. "I was starting to worry." "We're okay," Lina said. "We had a big adventure," Milo added with a grin. Their mother smiled. She didn't know everything they had seen, but Lina and Milo knew their adventure would stay with them forever. What the forest taught them. Lion courage means trying even when you're afraid. Fox face wisdom comes from thinking carefully. Flying bird understanding yourself is the key to growing. Rabbit sharing makes everyone stronger. Wolf face and most of all, when you're together, you can find your way through anything.